All right, so this is deployment lines as they stand. Do this relatively quickly. Jamie has his Reaver, which is the largest Titan on the field. Here, already crushed the gantry, goes across. Here he's got the Adeptus backfield, which is where they should be. Screening Questoris banner, and then you can see the rest of the battlefield there. For me, I got the first drop, so I weighted the other side of the battlefield, right? So this would be the left side of the battlefield for me. I weighted the right side of the battlefield over here. So I've got 3 Warhounds, the Questoris banner, Cerastus banner, and then my lone Warhound here, who's Mortem Umbra, staring down significant portion of Jamie's strength here. So we'll see how it goes.
We will full stride on the Questoris, guys. That's a negative. Okay, so I think I'm done too.
All right, end of the strategy phase. I like it. All right, full stride, and I think we've got first fire on the Arcastus and split fire on the Witch. All right, guys, just wanted to let you guys know we just had our first fire action of the game, so our first combat action using the Acastus Night Banner. So Jamie's playing 2 Acastus Night Banners, or sorry, just 1 Acastus Night Banner with a minimum of 2, and they fired on these Cerastus Knights. And the sum total of the Caracas Mortars plus the Conversion Beamer did 1 direct damage. So could Jamie have rolled a little bit better? Yes, but also I think the strength at short distance, I think the strength 6 feels a little weak to both of us. So
yeah.
I'm not sure if there's room to maybe dial that up a little bit, but
I mean, I think my hitting was average statistically.
yeah.
But the strength 6 nerf, I think, is a little hard, especially against a unit of 4 Cerastus Knights.
Yeah.
That are getting a 2+ Ion Shield save against anything 6 or below.
Yeah. So the Cerastus Knights, you know, using their Ion Gauntlet Shield here, which improves the banner's Ion Shield save by 1. So with a max of 4, right? They're basically getting a 2-up save versus anything strength 6 or less. So it does feel a little bit harsh, but we're gonna keep going, guys, and let you know how this plays out. Again, that was just first fire. All right, guys, this is the beginning of the damage control phase, turn 3. So as you can see, the battlefield is a little less populated than when we started. Total losses, Cerastus Night Banner on my side, Cerastus Night Banner on Jamie's side.
And 2 Warhounds.
And 2 Warhounds. Yes, 2 Warhounds. Went down to some coordinated strikes. This Warhound is currently without shields and is sitting on some major reactor troubles and a critical issue. So we'll see what happens there. Not great signs for Mortem Umbra. Sort of the Knights have decided that they're going to fight on the playground by themselves. So for this turn, we're going to get some hot night-on-night action. That'll be fun. That is, like, right now the only objective that's contested. Jamie seems destined to claim this objective with his Arcastus, and we'll see what happens over here. The Arcastus have been less than inspiring. Jamie, would you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Although that being said, well, I fired them twice. Once with only the mortars on barrage, and they didn't do much.
Yeah, that's true. We have a lot of terrain on the table, and so line of sight has been a big thing for this game for sure. Taking advantage of some of the terrain. But yeah, we'll definitely update you guys after turn 3 and moving into turn 4. All right, guys, we're going into the combat phase of turn 4, which is the final turn we're gonna play because I have used my Legio trait survivors to declare that this is the final turn of the game. So Jamie's won the last 2 initiative turns, so he's sort of been able to outmaneuver me here. He's pulled his Warhound back from my knights, the 3 Questoris knights that I have left in that banner. He has 1 knight left in his banner over here. And then his Arcastus are camping out on that objective right there, so pretty happy with that. Now these 3 Warhounds are all part of the squadron, so if they are able to unleash, they should be able to do some damage. They're all going to activate at the same time, and so we'll see how that works, but I've got my first casualty here, Mortem Umbra, well, in addition to the Cerastus Knight banner that I lost earlier. So as you can see, the battlefield has been pretty taken apart. We've been playing with the building destroyed rules, which you should always play with because it's awesome.
A lot of plasma flying around.
So much plasma flying around. So yeah, man. It's sort of where we are going into the combat phase of turn 4. We'll be back with a little wrap up here, probably after this. All right, guys. So this is the end of turn 4. So we have finished the game because of my Legio trait survivors. So I was able to take down that Reaver. That was pretty huge without any ensuing casualties. It fell backwards and then sort of exploded, or it stumbled backwards and then fell down, but it wasn't quite able to do enough damage falling. Jamie has a Warhound. The 2 Acastus, which we'll talk about here in a minute, they really were kind of insignificant in the game. His battlefield assets, I feel like were an annoyance, but because they operate all at once, which is not rules as written, but the rules as they should be, and the rules as I think the Adepticon EOs will allow them, is the Titan Hunter infantry will all sort of activate at once. So they get you 1 extra activation, but not more than that. So in the combat phase, so that's good. But yeah, so I think it was a good game all around. As a campaign game, I think it could be painful, but we'll see. This was our first game in the campaign. More to follow. I lost 1 Titan. Jamie lost quite a few.
4 Titans.
Including
a Reaver.
4 Titans, including a Reaver.
That hurts.
So
and 2 Night Banners.
So that could be painful. However, he is scoring an objective, which I am not. So that may end up getting him some honor points here as we wrap up this first game of the campaign. So we'll be back and we'll let you know how this whole thing shakes out. We got some questions. All right, guys, this is going to be the last sort of battle report here tonight. So we are wrapping up our game. It looks like right now we don't know what winning a game means because we don't know how much holding an objective might be worth, and we don't have the scenario sort of mission special rules, so we'll have to wait and see what those come out to be. But right now what we can sort of glean from this is sort of what you get for Princeps Signoris kill, Titan kill, crew destroyed, a Titan scale kill, right? So we can sort of figure that out. You know, all of Jamie's crews survived, so that's awesome. You know, his crews will be able to kind of come back and fight if he can find some Titans to put them in. And actually, Jamie did much better than I did in terms of battlefield salvage. I think Jamie got about
160 points.
160 points of battlefield salvage.
But let me just say, props to Mortem Umbra crew that survived a 12.
That's right.
Massive detonation.
That's right.
Rolled a 12 on a D10 and lived.
That's right. So, because thanks to my macro magazines, I rolled a natural 10 on this. So it would have been a 12, but the crew rolled a 6, and so somehow, I don't know, ejected to safety or was spared by the Emperor's grace. So that was cool. So she lives on. The big kill tally here is Mortem Altio, who limps off the battlefield with massive critical damage to head and leg systems. So we've got at least one probably Maserati wounded, if not dead. Major stabilizers damaged, but you know that's what Invicta is all about, right?
Scores enough victory points to become a tested crew, which, looking at her terminal over there, I think is legit.
That's right.
They walked through fire and came out the other end.
That's right. She did score enough victory points to become tested, so she got 5 victory points, and so next game she'll be getting a reroll. Although with my roster, I don't have anywhere near enough armory points to repair the damage that she has, so I'm not really sure how to address that right now. I may have to have her sit out a couple of games until I get enough armory points to fix some of that critical damage, because right now I don't think I can field her in a game with that kind of damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, guys. That's sort of been our first game of this campaign.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement. The changes to the weapons on the Acastus Knights hit them hard, real hard.
I agree. Yeah, I think there's
too hard.
I think there's I agree. I think there's room to maybe move up some of the power on the Acastus Knights. They do seem like they're a little underpowered right now. I wouldn't take them.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, yeah, and you should want to take them for a certain battlefield role. I just don't think they're there right now.
I think if you are gonna mess with the weapons, you should reduce the number of shots they have, or reduce the strength of the shot. Not both, like they got. I think that's really what did them in. Yeah, because they went from. They got their number of shots halved, and the strength of the shots
at short range
almost halved.
Yeah. No, it was rough for sure. I think there's room to sort of bring them back to where they're playable in this sort of meta. But all right, guys, thanks for watching whatever this is, and look forward to your comments. Jamie, anything else?
No, man, it's fun as always. I'm looking forward to game 2. I want to see what it's like rebuilding from this this huge blow this Maniple took.
Yeah.
And seeing what all the points shake out at, and all the salvage I got, and how to do that. So that's going to be fun.
That would definitely be fun.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys, more to follow.